Okay, I've been thinking a lot about... I've been thinking a lot about... I've been thinking a lot about thread the needles. I realize, I have a tutorial on thread the needle if you don't already know it. I realize that there are a lot of different variations of thread the needles and a lot of ways that you can do thread the needles. Would it be thread the needle or thread the needles? What he said. So, I'm going to run through real quick some of the different variations of thread the needle that I know, and then I might do some videos showing how to flow between them. You're going to have to stop right now. Okay. Forward thread the needle. Forward thread the needle, dropping it behind the head. You can also leave it behind the head. All you've got to do is keep up with the bounces, and you can come right back in to thread the needle. Forward thread the needle, dropping it on the opposite side of the body. Forward thread the needle, going down to up. Forward down, thread the needle, going side to side. Whoops. Sorry, little plant. Forward thread the needle, going in circles. Forward thread the needle, going in circles the other way. Forward thread the needle, traveling in a line forward or backwards. Forward thread the needle, traveling in a line side to side. Let's see. Forward thread the needle with extensions. Forward thread the needle with breaks. Forward thread the needle with breaks and reverses so that you're in backward thread the needle. And that opens us to the whole next category, which is backward thread the needles, where the hoops are coming up from the bottom, crossing and pulling back. So all of those moves can be done in a backward thread the needle, but I'm not going to run through them right now. Just know that they can. What I want to spend some time on instead is teaching you how to turn between a front and a back thread the needle, and also showing you an insight I had about thread the needle. So I'm going to do them to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So see how I can make this thread the needle fast by letting my hand come right behind my wrist, just far enough that the hoops don't hit when I'm dropping them. I can also elongate this move, especially if I'm adding an extension to it, by bringing the hand, my right hand that's in front is going to end up in back. By bringing it all the way to the back, all the way so that it's at my shoulder. See how different that move looks from this move? Like you're pulling back on a bowstring. Now, that's neat and helpful on its own, but it's also helpful for when you're getting ready to start thinking about turning inside of a thread the needle. So when you're doing a thread the needle on this side, oh, and you can do them to the sides. In fact, you can do them behind you. Uh-oh. Sorry, Mulder. You're so brave. You can do that in a single motion, but I'm afraid I'll drop it and scare my bird. I don't want to do that. So, maybe I'll come back and fix that later. Possibly. But what I want to talk about instead is this turn. So when I'm doing a forward thread the needle, my hoops are always coming from the top down in relationship to my hands, an inside circle. But if I turn my back to those hoops, all of a sudden they're coming up from the bottom and out. The hoops are still going the exact same way they were already going. I just turned my body in relationship to them. So they're either in front of me or beep, 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 they're behind me. So the trick is to figure out how to first stall so that you can figure out when it is that you want to turn. I prefer to stall with if I'm turning to the left, with my right hand in the back, and as I'm getting ready to drop, I turn to the left and let my right hand come up in the back again, and then push out. So now I'm in the backwards one. Coming from back to front, I do it the opposite. I let my hand that is on top, is that right? No, on bottom, come up and drop on the opposite side. So I'm going from forward, super slow motion, to backwards. Backwards, to forwards. So this is the point in the video where I always quit. I've tried to make this video like 10 times. And then I just start messing up, and then I get confused going, did I talk about that? Did I talk about that? Like, did I talk about the hoop coming from high to low? I don't think I did. Or from low to high? I don't think I did. Or in lines across and down, across and up? I don't think I talked about any of that. Maybe I just need to take every video I've ever made on this, and there are lots, and just splice them all together in like a 30-minute. Oh, and then there's this. Oh, and then there's this. Oh, and then there's this. Okay, so I guess I left it at back to front. So just remember, if I'm going in front, my hands are coming up so that the hand in back is coming on top of the hand in front. And as I let the hoop go, it's sliding out, and the hand that's in back is sliding in towards me. So going backwards is exactly the opposite of that. The hand that's in back lets the hoop drop, pushes out from underneath. The top hand pulls back and comes underneath, pushes out from underneath, out from underneath. You can just go right between them. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about that right now. Sure, there's other stuff I've forgotten. Every video I make ends that way. What's that tell me? Anyway, hopefully there's some good stuff in this. If I remember something else, I'll add it.